Good morning students. Last time we have started lesson number 7 from science part 2 and the lesson name is the energy flow in an ecosystem. Okay. Now in that we have first discuss about ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is the interaction between biotic and abiotic factor. Biotic factors are living factors and abiotic factors are non-living factors. Alright. And in ecosystem various simple food chains are going on. Many intricate food chains are also present in an ecosystem. Now see, this is one of the simple food chain, and by using different abiotic factor like carbon dioxide, sunlight, then different nutrients and water, how by using all these abiotic factor plants produces their food. Now these are abiotic factor and remaining all these are biotic factor, and it is the interaction between both these factors. Some questions are given in our textbook regarding the food chain or food web. They are asking firstly, is the number of chromosome fixed in a food chain? एखाद्या food chain मध्ये consumer ची संख्या fixed किंवा नेमकी असते का? So what is your answer? Obviously the answer is no. एखाद्या food chain मध्ये consumer fixed आहेत का? There may be more than one consumer in an ecosystem. Alright. Now we can see the example of intricate food chain. What is meant by intricate food chain? In intricate food chain, on a single prey many predators are fed on. For example, an insect. On insect, lizard, bird and frog, all these three predators are depend on, or the insect is the food of all these three. So in such way there may be many consumer in an food web or in a single chain. Next question is regarding what will happen if the number of producers are less and consumers are more. Producer ची संख्या कमी असेल आणि consumer जास्त झाले तर काय होईल? Now see, if producer are less and consumers are more, then there will be scarcity of food. अन्नाची कमतरता होईल म्हणून producer ची संख्या नेहमी जास्त पाहिजे असते. We will see here the example of different herbivorous animals which feed on plant. Now plants are the food of many herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means the animals who eat green leaves. They are the herbivorous animals. Now see, if plants are less for them, then what will happen? They will in the search of plant or green leaves. जर झाडांचीच उपयुक्तता नसेल, झाडं नसतील, हिरवा पाला नसेल, ग्रीन प्लांट नसतील, तर ते काय येतील? अन्नाच्या शोधात जंगलाच्या बाहेर येतील आणि त्यांचं अन्न शोधायला लागतील. मीन्स producer should be in great number or in more number in an ecosystem. Or in short we can say the first level, previous level should be more. कोणतीही पहिली लेवल. Now see, plant should be more for these next level. These are the next primary consumer which feed on the producer. कोणतीही पहिली लेवल नेहमी जास्त पाहिजे असते. Now next level should be the in great number or more number for this frog. Frog साठी ही लेवल इथे organisms ची उपयुक्तता, number of organisms should be more in the previous level always. And if such thing happen, if previous level is having more organism, then there will be sufficient food for the next level or the organism which are present in next level. This is about second question. And third question is regarding the equilibrium. Why the equilibrium is necessary in an food chain. एखाद्या food chain मध्ये इक्विलिब्रियम का नेसेसरी असतो, म्हणजे एखाद्या फूड चेनमध्ये समतोल का असला पाहिजे. सो आन्सर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज, एखाद्या फूड चेनमध्ये जितकेही ऑर्गॅनिझम आहे, द नंबर ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिझम व्हॉट एव्हर प्रेझेंट इन अन इकोसिस्टम फ्रॉम प्लांट टू दी मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम, सगळ्या सजीवांच्या किंवा सगळ्या कंपोनंटच्या आंतरक्रिया, ऑल दी मेकॅनिझम should, or to carry all the mechanism properly, there should be the equilibrium maintained properly in an ecosystem. सगळ्या सजीवाच्या आंतरक्रिया व्यवस्थित चालण्यासाठी एखाद्या फूड चेनमध्ये इक्विलिब्रियम असावा लागतो, म्हणजे समतोल राखला गेला पाहिजे. एखादा कोणताही कंपोनंट किंवा एखाद्या कोणत्याही लेवलमध्ये ऑर्गॅनिझमची संख्या कमी किंवा अधिक झाली तर तो इक्विलिब्रियम बिघडू शकतो and the food chain can disturb. Just now we have seen, if plants are less, then this herbivorous animal will feel hunger. If they are less, then the apex consumer like lion and tiger, जर हरण आणि ससांची संख्या कमी झाली किंवा लोअर ॲनिमल्सची संख्या कमी झाली तर मग वाघांसारख्या मोठ्या किंवा अपेक्स कन्झ्युमरची संख्या आपणहूनच कमी होईल, कारण त्यांची उपासमार होईल. अशा रीतीने इक्विलिब्रियम शुड बी मेंटेन in a food chain or in a different food webs. Okay, so these are all are the questions, general question given regarding the different food chains in an ecosystem. Now we will discuss about the trophic levels and the energy pyramid. Now what are trophic levels? Now trophic levels are nothing but the levels at which an organism got or obtained its food, or a level at which particular organism obtained its food. Now see, at the lowest level all the green plants are there, means all the producers, we will say these are the producer. On the producer the herbivorous animals feed on. So herbs are or plants are the food of herbivorous animal, means at this level herbivorous got their food, okay, obtained their food. So this is first trophic level. On the herbivorous animal, carnivorous animals are feed on. Okay, now carnivorous animal obtain food from the herbivorous animal. So this is second trophic level. All right. Then secondly, in the same way, on the carnivorous, omnivorous are depend on. So from carnivorous, omnivorous obtain their food. So this is third trophic level. In this way, a level at which a particular organism got or obtained its food is called as that trophic level. Now see, about energy pyramid now we will see. Now see, here one aquatic ecosystem is given. This is aquatic food chain present in an ecosystem, and it is given in the form of energy pyramid. This trophic level also, trophic levels are nothing but the different component in the food chain. That also we have shown in form of the pyramid, but these are trophic level and this is energy pyramid. Now see, while going from lowest level to the upper level, at lowest level phytoplanktons are there. Phytoplanktons are photosynthetic, small photosynthetic organism like algae, green algae. They perform photosynthesis, so they are called as photosynthetic organism. So small photosynthetic organism kept at lowest level. Then zooplanktons means the organism which depend on the phytoplankton. Now zooplankton आर दी नॉन फोटोसिंथेटिक ऑर्गॅनिझम. ते स्वतःचं अन्न स्वतः बनवत नाही, ह्यांच्यापेक्षा थोडे मोठे पण स्वतःचं अन्न स्वतः न बनवणारे, जसे की स्नेल्स आहेत. ओके. देन डिफरंट स्मॉल टायनी फिशेस. फायटोप्लॅन्क्टॉन मध्ये बॅक्टेरियाज येतील, ग्रीन अल्गीज येतील. झू प्लॅन्क्टॉन मध्ये जे फोटोसिंथेसिस करत नाहीत अशा बारीक लहान 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 फिशेस येतील. त्याच्यानंतर वेगवेगळे शंख, शिंपले यांच्यासारखे ऑर्गॅनिझम येतील. डिपेंड ऑन दीज लार्ज फिशेस आर depend on the previous level, that is zooplankton. On the fishes, then upper level is given, top level is given, that are humans. Now see, look at the energy pyramid. At the lowest level, phytoplankton have 10,000 kilocalorie energy. Then to the next level, only 1000 kilocalorie energy is transferred. Then next level, only 100 kilocalorie energy is transferred, and next to that again less amount of energy is transferred. Means at the lowest level, the amount of energy or matter is trapped or kept with them quite in great quantity or large quantity. सगळ्यात खालच्या लेवलला नेहमी एनर्जीची जी मात्रा आहे, ऊर्जेची मात्रा आहे ती जास्त असते आणि त्याच्यापैकी काही एनर्जी पुढच्या लेवलला ट्रान्सफर होत असते. द सेम थिंग अगेन गोइंग ऑन रिपीटिंग. ऑलराईट. ज्याप्रमाणे आपण म्हटलं की खालच्या लेवलला एनर्जी जास्त साठवून ठेवलेली असते आणि त्यापेक्षा कमी ऊर्जा पुढच्या लेवलला आपण ट्रान्सफर होताना पाहत आहोत. द सेम वे ॲट द लोएस्ट लेवल, वी विल नाउ डिस्कस अबाउट बोथ दिस diagram. On the lowest level, number of organism also should be in more number. जसं एनर्जी जास्त पाहिजे खालच्या लेवलला, त्याचबरोबर लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझमची संख्या सुद्धा त्या लेवलला जास्त असावी लागते. ओके. ऑन दिस लेवल organism should be more than this. On this level organism should be more than this, and the things will go on repeating continuously up to the top level. So this you have to remember. The energy pyramid is very important for the exam. You have to complete energy pyramid. Some blanks spaces can be given there in the exam and you have to fill that. So this question is very important. What are trophic level or draw the energy pyramid. So लक्षात ठेवायचं, खालच्या लेवलला एनर्जी पण जास्त असते, त्याचबरोबर ऑर्गॅनिझमची संख्या सुद्धा जास्त असली पाहिजे आणि ती असते. Alright. Now see, what will happen when omnivorous trap the energy, whatever they got the energy in them by transfer from the lowest level. खालच्या लेवल पासून ओमनिवरस पर्यंत जेव्हा ऊर्जा जाते किंवा तिथपर्यंत ती पोहोचवली जाते, ती त्यांच्या शरीरामध्ये तशीच असते का? Now see, the answer to this question is, त्यांच्या शरीरामध्ये ती केव्हापर्यंत तशीच राहील? जोपर्यंत ते जिवंत आहे तोपर्यंत त्यांच्या शरीरात ती ऊर्जा तशीच साठवलेली राहील. फॉर व्हेरियस मेकॅनिझम ऑर इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस फॉर देअर डेली रूटीन ऑर डेली लाईफ, त्यांच्या सगळ्या जीवन क्रियासाठी ती ऊर्जा आवश्यक असते आणि ती ऊर्जा ते वापरत असतात. नाउ सी, इफ द एनर्जी इज रिमेन ट्रॅप इन द ओमनिवरस आफ्टर देअर डेथ, then what will happen? सगळ्यात पहिले तर ओमनिवरस मध्ये त्यांच्या डेथ नंतर ती एनर्जी तशीच्या तशी स्टोअर करून ठेवली जात नाही. व्हॉट इज द नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस? दी ॲक्शन ऑफ मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम. यांच्यावर कशाची क्रिया होईल? वेगवेगळ्या मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम्सची क्रिया त्यांच्यावर होईल आणि त्यांच्या बॉडीचं डिकम्पोजिशन होईल. ओके. आणि ती जी त्यांच्या शरीरामध्ये साठवलेली ऊर्जा आहे ती रिलीज होईल अँड इट विल अगेन गिवन बॅक टू द नेचर. ओके. दिस विल डिस्पर्स इन द नेचर. नाउ सी, व्हेन प्लांट्स और एनिमल bodies are there, dead bodies or remain of plant or dead bodies of animal are there, the microorganism act on them, they decompose the body of all these living organism at last, and whatever the complex carbon compounds are present in the plant bodies or animal bodies, they are converted into simple carbon compound, complex carbon compound converted into simple carbon compound by these decomposer, and again they are released to the air, water and soil. मातीत, पाण्यात आणि हवेमध्ये ते रिलीज होतात आणि अजून ते नेचरला किंवा वातावरणात बाहेर अजून रिलीज होतात आणि इनडायरेक्टली ऑल दीज अगेन ॲब्सॉर्ब बाय दी प्लांट्स. सगळेच आपण जे प्लांट कडून जे आपल्याला मिळालंय, व्हॉट एव्हर वी हॅव गेन फ्रॉम द प्रोड्युसर, अँड स्टेप बाय स्टेप इट इज come to us after the decomposition of our body. It is again given back to the nature and it is indirectly again absorbed by the plants for their growth. So these all were previously abiotic factors are gained by the plant. Abiotic factors च्या मदतीनेच photosynthesis झालं, प्लांट्सनी त्यांचं फूड बनवलं, and again these abiotic factor whatever used by the plant are given to the plants. Okay, so this is cyclic chain of energy transfer. So see, this question is very important for exam, how the cyclic transfer of energy takes place in a food chain. Now see, one more question we have to discuss. The energy flow in an ecosystem is called as one-way transfer. Now why it is called as one-way transfer? Now major source of energy is sun. Okay, sun gives the energy to all living organisms. Plants produces their food by using this solar energy and different biotic factors with them. Now while reaching the energy from the plant up to the decomposers, the energy is trapped by each level with them. सगळीच्या सगळी एनर्जी ओमनिवर्स पर्यंत किंवा टॉप लेवल पर्यंत पोहोचते का? काहीच अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी, काहीच ऊर्जेची मात्रा फक्त ओमनिवर्स पर्यंत जाऊन पोहोचते, बिकॉज जस्ट नाउ इन दिस पिरामिड, aquatic pyramid we have seen at top level there is less amount of energy is transferred as compared to the lowest level, and when on the top level if omnivorous are there, omnivorous are decomposed by the microorganism, and whatever the percentage of energy is present in the omnivorous, it is released to the nature, but no amount of energy is given back to the sun, because sun is the major source of energy, but at last no amount of energy is sent back to the sun, so it is called as one-way transport of energy. Though it is the cyclic transfer of energy, but no amount of energy is given back to the sun, so it is called as one-way transport of energy. This question is very important for the exam. Now see, now here we end the lecture. Next time we will meet in next our lecture. So for next lecture you have to subscribe the channel and press the bell for next video, and write the comment in the comment box. Whatever difficulties are there you have to mention in the comment box, so that I will get to know you understand the topic or not.